I will review quality lure fishing rod called Handing M1. This rod has Fuji guide, story carbon, stealthy black looks, great action and many more great qualities, yet it's an affordable option. So let's have a look at it together. So before talking about this rod itself, I will talk about the rod's bag and will move that rod out of the shot for a little bit. So that's a bag, decent quality bag really. It comes with a Velcro, good thick material, and it has two pockets inside just to separate tip section and butt section. So yeah, as I say, quality bag, and that's about it when it comes to the bag itself. I guess I will start with the butt section and will move the tip out of the shot for now. So that's a grip, and really that's a very modern, very fancy grip. And the looks of it, it's not only that, it's actually very functional. As you can see, this part or the top part is flat, and really it helps a lot when it comes to casting and playing fish, and I believe to bite indication as well. You see, this flat area means when you are holding the rod, the elbow will be touching greater area because it's flat, and as I say, it really makes a difference. And I fished with this rod for a good few hours, and really this feels very comfortable. And also, as you can see, there is like a bump, so to grip this, and it's very comfortable, just all the fingers kind of gripping the butt section very well. So yeah, very well designed, and also as you can see, it's carbon, so very fancy. But as I say, it's not only fancy, it also is very functional and kind of very practical too. And then we have a cap that is made out of, I believe, hard rubber, so it's not slippy. Great to see that. And yeah, here we have Handing's logo, if you can see it at the end. Then we have a split. We have some writings. It says all purpose finesse. Then we have hard foam here, really nicely sculpted. And really the handle or the reel seat is very comfortable. I liked it. And also you will see that in the shot here I have a spinning version, but on a bait casting version the grip, this part is even fancier, so it has kind of slots for each finger to go into. So yeah, very fancy and good to see. Then the reel seat itself, they're saying it's a carbon one. Again, I can't confirm whether it's a carbon or nylon, but what I can say, it's a very hard, very high quality, and kind of very comfortable, as I mentioned. And then we have screw, again plenty of details. And also you will notice all the theme on this rod is black, very stealthy, with some kind of green yellow elements and some writings in white, so it's kind of very stealthy, and really I love this look. It looks awesome in my opinion. Okay, now actually I have to flick this rod around. So says the writings. It says length 7 foot, lure from 1 divided by 8 to 5 divided by 8 ounces. It would mean up to 18 grams, but I will come to that a little bit later. Lines to or from 6 to 12 pounds, power medium, action fast. Everything in here is more or less correct, but I will come to that a little bit later. Okay, let's move on. Now we hear very nice, neat loop as a hook keeper. And you will see that same color band. Again, looks very fancy. And again, some more writings here. Then we have this kind of crossed carbon pattern or finish here. Looks cool. And here we have first guide. Again, that green band. And guide itself, not too sure if you can see it. On this leg, closest to the camera, it says Fuji. So yeah, budget rod, but it has Fuji guides. Impressive, right? And guide itself is of a really good size, and in my opinion it matches very well for this medium blank. Okay, let's move on. Then we have joint section, very simple deal here, reliable, nothing to complain about, nice and neat. Okay, we talked about the butt section. Now I will put it aside and we'll grab the tip section. So that's the joint, as you can see. Again, this green band is present. It looks very, very slick in my opinion. Just black and something tiny but bright. It looks kind of cool. Again, guide on 2 legs still, and it's smaller. It says Fuji on this leg as well. Not too sure if you can pick it up. Then we are going further. We have another guide. That's the first guide on 1 leg, a little bit smaller. Again, moving further, guides are going smaller, smaller, even smaller, quite small, and tip guide. And you will see that the finish is, or not a finish, frame should I say, it has a anti-tangle legs here. Good to see that. Those are kind of medium size guides, I would say. So for this rod, they do match very, very well in my opinion. So yeah, we have, what's that, 3, 7, 8 guides in total on this rod. So decent quality, or decent amount of quality guide, should I say, on this rod. So yeah, good to see. And now let's take the weight of this rod, I guess. So I'm expecting it won't be too light because it's, it's medium power rod, and also it has plenty of metal elements, for example, here. But see, butt section is 109 grams, meaning that most of the weight will be exactly here, and I will talk about the balance and everything in a minute, but let's just get that number out of the way. So 124.4 grams. So it might look like a lot, but you have to believe me, it's not. I mean, for this length and for this power, it's okay. And also, as I mentioned, most of the weight will be around here in the butt. Therefore, the rod feels very, very kind of well balanced and very, very light in the hand. And when it comes to the reel for this particular model, so 702M, you will need about 200 gram reel. So then the balance will be about perfect just here. And now the fun part. This rod can be yours absolutely free of charge. So what you will have to do: 1, you will have to like this video; 2, you will have to subscribe to my channel; and 3, you will have to comment something. For example, why do you like this rod and what details you liked about this rod the most. So below this video, add something within the comment section, and then I will give 48 hours and I will announce a winner via separate video. The winner will be selected randomly using some sort of random selector. And yes, there will be a list of rules. For example, only certain countries will be participating, or people living in certain countries will be able to win this rod. But again, read the description or rules of this competition. Yeah, I hope you will win, and pretty certain you will be happy if you will win this rod. Okay, and now let's talk about the blank, right? See, I think that the blank is made out of 9-layer, high-grade, 24-ton carbon. And also they are saying that action is fast, and I would agree with that. And also, I will add that the action is, or recovery time is very, very good. Even though they are saying that it's only 24 ton carbon, I would say they are underselling it a little bit because it feels like a, way better carbon than that. I mean, it feels, as I said, very kind of light in the hand. It feels very well balanced, and recovery times and action is very, very good. And also, when you hook a fish, it's not only the tip bends, kind of half of the rod comes into action, and it's really great to see that. As I mentioned, I fished it, or with this rod, for a good few hours, and I had a few bites. And actually, you can have a look at the screen just to see that action with the fish on. In my opinion, that's a great action for bigger and smaller fish. Really, what you will be throwing at this rod, it will handle because of that kind of fast action, but also the fact that half of the blank bends, not only the tip. So really good to see that. So yeah, even though, as I said, the carbon declared by the seller is only 24 ton carbon, but it feels way better. I have rods that are declared as 36 or 40 ton carbon. This feels better actually, even though it's only 24 ton carbon. So yeah, you just will have to believe me when I'm talking about this kind of situation. So, bottom line goes like this. In my opinion, that's a great rod for not a lot of money. So let's say you are spending 50, 60 US dollars, or about 50 British pounds, 50 euros, and so on, depending really where and when you will be buying it. But for that amount of money, you are getting a lot. You are getting very modern and very practical grip. You are getting very cool reel seat. You are getting very good blank. You are getting Fuji guides, great action, great balance, and so on. So in my opinion, for that money, you just can't beat it. And also, at some point I will do a separate video where I will be testing out this rod. And also I will leave a link in the description below for this rod. Check it out. And obviously read comments from other anglers, maybe you will find those useful too. And also I have to say thanks to Handing, allowing me to give away one of these fantastic rods. But that's that. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.